Yeah, oh, you won't find her on there. Yeah. That's so funny.
Do you work every day, certain hours? Or?
Yeah, so I work all day, every day. Okay? So if I'm not working, if I'm not cutting, I'm traveling. I usually work 3 weeks straight or 4 weeks straight, and then I'll take a week off. That's how I work. I don't do weekends. My days just run together, and that's just kind of how I work. That's how I know, as funny as it sounds, but that's how I've found balance. Because I like to travel myself for pleasure. So I'll just work my ass off, do what I need to do. And right now I'm actually at a turning point where my barbershop is good, and now I'm just living on the road. You know, so, and I like it like that. Doing classes, traveling. I'm taking my first, I've never taken a vacation in my life before. Really, I always work. So I'm doing my first vacation right after I do my Europe tour, which is next week. Yay. I'm gonna spend it on the Amalfi Coast in Italy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so dope. Yeah, she coming. Oh yeah, I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's so great. What's that? Who do you contact? So you can contact Hanzo. Talk to me after. I'll point you to whoever you need to. If you have, this is what's cool about Hanzo. Okay, so I've worked with so many companies in my, career, and they let me be who I want to be. Look at, I'm on stage. I'm on stage being this, and are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
That's why we love Hanzo.
What's that?
That's why we love Hanzo.
Yeah, so Hanzo's so sick, like, hey, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, yeah.
I forgot my glasses.
Oh, okay, alright. Thought you were like, wait. Yeah, so Hanzo, they let me be who I want to be on stage, which is awesome, I really have a testimony for the shears. Actually, it's funny because I'll always joke around about like giving me a discount for shears, because actually none of us educators get discounts. We all have to buy our shears, But I love that because we love them so much, and the quality, that it's like, it's just, yeah, it's real. It's all real. And they only chose me, and they chose all the educators because we had our own testimony with the shears that we purchased ourselves, But so going back to that, if you guys have shears, automatically you guys get free education, Yes. Yeah, you got shears already? Oh, hell yeah. So talk to them. You can work it. They pay me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, seriously. So if you got a school, they definitely want to get all up inside that. Yeah. When do I have time for my clients? I'm there for sure 2 days a week. So they gotta slam into there. But so listen, my staff in my shop is phenomenal, and everybody knows, and I make it apparent, especially because of the price difference. I'm like, if you can't come to me, please go to one of my other barbers. I would love for you to. And y'all get a discount, okay, on my price going to theirs. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a win-win. So it's always, it's that give or take. It's something that I had to really accept. Walking into my shop and seeing my clients in other people's chairs, it has never been an issue for me, because I know, even when I did my price jump, because my shop price is $30 when you walk into the shop. It's $30 for a haircut. I was charging $30 because I started that shop myself. I was there 7 days a week, 60 hours a week, trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do, what the hours are, price points, all that. You guys know, right? So, and then when I made that price jump, I went straight to $100, because I knew what I knew how many people wanted to be in my chair. I also knew how much time was allotted for myself, you know. So it's all that give or take. That's how I figured out my day rates and all that stuff, you know. So when I did do my price jump, which a lot of people I know have an issue price jumping. That's the issue with stylists and barbers. It's like you hit a peak and you can't make any more money after the day, right? Mm-hmm. That's how I got into traveling and all that, because I was like, I'm not making enough money. You know, I need to make more money. And so what you can do in your shop is, if you have a homie in there or whatever it is, as long as they're in the shop, give them that option. It's way better than losing them, because when they do get enough money on their birthdays, when their wife or a husband, whatever, gets them, you know, a service for maybe a special occasion, they're going to be in your chair, you know? So you don't lose them forever. It's all about options, giving people options and stuff, because people don't know. Like, it's so hard for people to find a good barber or stylist. As soon as you drop them or they think that you've abandoned them, they freak out, you know? They freak out. Have you ever gotten any dirty text messages from clients? Like a breakup text? I'm like, ah, you know? Ew, gross, right? I'm there from 9 to 9.
Do you have any clients that just
only see me?
On those 2 days?
That's it.
And the other ones don't go to the other.
Yeah, I have plenty of people that just come to see me. And I make that time, because if I'm not in a place, it's just like a relationship. If I'm not in a place to have a relationship with my clients, then I'm not going to. You know, I'm not going to just not be there, you know, at any time and wait. You know, I can't expect that relationship to work. I have to have some sort of constant. Do you have
You see a lot of repeated guests rather than you.
Repeated what?
Repeated guests for clients, sorry, rather than you, because they come back every 2 to 3 weeks as a man.
Yeah, I have clients once a week, and they wait for me once a week, and they text me. Regulars. Yeah, I have plenty of regulars. Once a week. Can you believe that?
Do you even cut any hair?
What's that?
Do you even cut any hair off?
Yeah, I do cut hair off, like burly. But I get it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going back with that 1 real quick. I'm just gonna solidify that line so you can see. So what I have so far is the guard all the way open to a 1. And in between, I'm actually gonna take a 1/16, which is a half blade, and I'm gonna blend that middle line out. And the reason why I just didn't go with the natural progression of this open into the 1.5 is because it's a weak guard. By a weak guard, I mean if you slap that on and you wanted to do a half all the way around, it's not gonna suffice at all. It'll just pull the hair and all that. It's weak. So what I do is I set that guideline of a 1, and then I come back and blend that middle line out with that 1/16, which is a half guard, right? So all I'm doing right now is just solidifying that 1. Right. What are you getting at? Are you traveling? Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to manage clientele, the ones that you actually, and how to manage getting paid extra for the ones that are willing to pay and the ones that are not. Like you said, you can actually let them go to the next.
Yeah. That's what everybody's fear. That's what everybody's fear is with the price jump is, yeah, of course you're gonna lose people. You know, you're gonna lose. Maybe you'll lose all of your clientele, but really it's, you know, it's gonna be a month or 2 that you might be suffering, but in the end, you know, you're gonna get what you want. You know, you're going to make what you deserve. What I always say is, what is going to make you excited to jump out of bed and go to work? We already have such, you know, we're already living such a blessed life as to, you know, live out our passions. But always in this industry, we always become uninspired, right? There's always a time and place where you get uninspired because, 1, you're not making enough money, you don't like the people you're working with, yada yada. So change that, you know? That's the thing. If you want to make more money, then do it. You know, raise the price, give people options, send people a nice email saying, you know, hey, I'd love to have that same price point, but this is kind of where I'm at. My time is very limited, this and that, just tell them the truth. They're gonna wanna know the truth, Yeah, so I mean, it's just a constant thing of, constantly inspiring yourself, constantly, knowing yourself and what you need, and, catering to those needs. Like for me, it was, I loved what I was doing, I loved that I was traveling, but I didn't like what I was speaking to people, Like I was just, it was very, this is how you do hair, this and that. Anybody can do that. But what makes me, who I am is completely, it has nothing to do with hair. It's the reason why I try. I want to touch people, and I want to touch people, So, I mean, it's motive. In the end, all you have is yourself, so cater to that, do what you need, and there are going to be plenty of sacrifices. Do I have a time?
Yeah, you got about 15 minutes.
15?
Yep.
Oh my God. Yo,
Whip it out, whip it out.
oh my God, you guys. Stop it. Are you guys having a good time though?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you. Okay. What'd you say? Now stop talking? Oh, I thought you said, okay, now stop talking. So I'm like, alright. Well. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm taking that 1/16th blade, so I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can, okay? Taking that 1/16th blade, and I'm blending out that middle line in between this guard open and that one. And the reason why I'm opening it up just a slight bit is because when I've done my guard open, I've already hit this 1/16th closed because I've slammed, scooped so hard already. I've already created that 1/16th close, so I'm just going to open it slightly, okay? Saving myself a little bit of time. What are you guys doing tonight? You guys kicking it?
Yeah.
Who's staying at this Hyatt right here? Yeah? Oh. Okay, cool. Okay, so I feel like everybody lives around here. That's what I'm gathering, right?
Are you staying there?
Yeah, I'm staying there. I'm gonna be at the bar later. Oh, that's not true. I have the awards tonight. Damn.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm gonna be presenting. Yo, I got myself a suit, right? Okay, so it's tigers.
No.
Tigers from head to toe.
Woo!
Tigers, right? Asian style tigers. I'm gonna wear these shoes with them. What do you think? Yeah. 8.5 in men's.
No, those are my favorite shoes ever in the whole entire world.
Yeah? What, were you gonna steal them from me? Those are my favorite shoes. What size are you? Oh my gosh. That's so funny. You're sick.
I can tell though.
You can tell?
Yeah.
Oh, we're the same. I'll box you. Right? I'll box you. I like you, but I'll box you.
What's your background?
I'm half Cambodian, half Greek. Yeah. I always say my parents met at a swap meet. But they didn't.
What guard is that?
This is, I always felt so bad for laughing at my own jokes so hard, but I heard you live longer when you do that, right? So I just crack myself up. It's so funny. What's that?
Get into color, like if you had a client to come in who they wanted you to cut their hair, but they also wanted color.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't do that. Yeah, I do like women's color, sometimes like after hours, just for my homegirls and stuff. Yeah, it's a different mindset. They're the organized cuties of the world.
Oh, yes.
They're the type I date, you know what I'm saying? Not me.
They're the lipsticks.
Yeah, the lipstickies. Lipstickies. Okay, cool. So I've got. I love you. I'm so glad you came back.
We like stopped the place out to get front row because we missed so much of your cut yesterday.
Oh, you
sitting
did?
back there.
Oh.
No, we got the whole show.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm doing real quick before I go. I only have 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I already have that. So the one. Okay, so I'm going to take a 1.5 blade, which is different than a 1 all the way open, right? So 1.5. It comes with your clipper. Don't throw it away. Okay? I used to throw this guard away all the time. Okay, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the same thing I did with my 1/16 with my 1, and I'm going to open it slightly and blend in between. I'll do a little recap just so it doesn't confuse you. Any more questions you have for me? I promise I'll cut and answer them.
Is there any advice if you don't have, like, say, the half guard or the 1.5 guard with your clipper set?
Buy them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Is with this? Yeah, I definitely buy them. They come with the clipper, honestly. But you can go and just buy them. They're super cheap. They're plastic.
Yeah.
I would recommend just investing in them because
Okay.
there's no other way unless you're crazy flicking up hard or you're using another clipper. Like a Masters and an Oster Topaz actually have a blade that comes out to a 1/16.
Yeah.
So that can be another alternative to that. But I would definitely recommend that 1.5 blade. It comes in handy. Okay, opening this up just a slight bit. This is my 1 clip.
How long do you have there?
2 years. 2 years almost.
How many barbers do you have?
How many barbers? I have 6. 6 barbers. I just hired 2 more. Yeah, it's popping in there. It's crazy because it's like the location already needed a barber shop, and then we just have such a dope vibe. It's all female in there, So that's something I really want to. And I didn't do that on purpose, but it's such a different vibe. And the guys that come in there are so different too. They want to. It's definitely not a boys club in there, which is rad. I've worked in boys clubs all my life. I've always gotten along with everybody. I've always been the only female in my shop, but it just, I don't know. It grew into this like crazy, vibey, dope spot. It's so cool to really see the dynamics between client and barber. We have every kind of girl in there working pretty much. We got the girly girls, we got the not so girly girls, and just to see their clientels, and I don't know, it's such a nice vibe, and everybody feels comfortable in there. It's marked a safe zone actually for LGBT and trans, which is awesome. People know that, and yeah, I didn't even mean to do all that, but it's amazing what it's progressed into.
Do you have set prices for the whole barbershop, or they have their own prices?
I set a standard, and then everybody else, they're just, if they choose to raise their prices, that's great. But I don't think they should charge any less than $1 a minute, which is if you have 30 minutes for the haircut, it should be $30 for sure. 45 minutes, $45 minimum, and then if you want to charge more than that, great. No less. Because I think, the skill set and the services that we provide are, one of a kind. We also have sponsorships from Remy Martin and Monster, so everybody gets a nice beverage.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think, yeah, what do you guys think? $30 is pretty solid, right?
Especially for where you're at.
Oh, so, yeah, for sure.
So you say you charge $100. Is that like just for haircut or also haircut and beard?
So it's just for a haircut.
Okay.
Yeah, so haircut and beard for me, it could, like, haircut and beard is about $130 to $150 because I also do a hot towel shave, no matter what. You know, so I make sure you get the service that you need and want, you know.
So beard trims alone, what they normally charge?
For my barbers? My barbers, a beard trim, no straight razor, $15. Straight razor shave is $30.
It doesn't matter the length of the beard?
No. Yeah, we slam.
Oh.
We're the masters of the beards in there.
Do you always work on the fade the whole entire head, or do you fade one side first and then move to the other?
I actually do one side and then I switch to the other side. But for teaching purposes, I do it. I do the whole thing. Why is that? You know? Yeah, I always work. So it's very important to use the mirror. That gives you an extra 2 feet of perspective. Is that the right word? Yeah. So instead of stepping back 2 feet, it's, you know, that's what the mirror does for you. It's very important. That's why barbers face their chairs away. Everybody thinks it's weird. They're like, oh, why isn't he showing me my haircut? You know, but it's really, we're using the mirror on the other side. Okay, so real quick, what I'm doing, anything above a 1.5 clip, I like to do clipper over comb or scissor over comb. So when I'm doing clipper over comb, I actually always put a 1 guard on my clipper. It gives me a little bit of leeway, and it rounds out my clipper. As you can see, it's a little sharp here. So yeah, so I can go more rapidly with this 1 guard. And I also choose to do it with a 1.5 because this is a 1, this is a half. All I need to do is just set my guard up against the head, and if I have the right form of elevation, then I'm just marrying the 2 lengths basically, instead of like guiding myself. Yes?
Are you rental?
Both. I have rentals, bless you. I have rentals there. Yeah, and then I have commission people too. So I do that because I'm looking for longevity with my barbers. So if they're comfortable enough to meet my rental price, go ahead now. You know, it's not about money for me, as long as I know mentally how much I have to make for that, and it's already, you know, it's already taken care of, really. So, yeah, like I said, it's longevity pretty much. So I have my newer barbers, or those who aren't comfortable paying rent, they can work up into the rental. And I cap out, yeah, I can make I can make so much more money having everybody commission, but that's not my jam. Like, I actually have a written contract with everybody saying if they choose, so it's commission, rental, and naturally it's like you want to open up your own, right? Your own shop. So my goal with all of my people is as much education as I'm putting into them, as much, you know, I'm pouring out my soul onto these people, that if they want to go and open up something else, then I'm going to go half on another Vatican with them, you know? So that's what it is. And so, you know, it's more than just,
Brilliant.
you know, scoring as much cash as I can at once, you know, like as long as I was making overhead, which I've, you know, come very far from just making overhead with as many barbers as I have, then all that is just great. I just want a brand. You know, I want a brand, and I want a machine running, and I want to be able to make residuals and cut whenever I want to, pretty much, you know. So, yeah, I mean, it's a big sacrifice for myself, of course, you know, but as long as, you know, it's hard to meet good people nowadays, you know. So for me, if I'm locking in good people, I want them to have a good future, you know. And I have all the tools right now to do that. Everything that I've learned in my career, I want to teach, you know. So just like with you guys, you know, like if you have any questions at all, please ask me, you know. I really appreciate you guys coming to my class and listening and having a good time with me, you know. So. And I really appreciate that you guys get to know who I actually am, you know? I'm sure none of you guys imagined I would be what I am. You know what I'm saying? Just like this big old I'm sure half of you guys, like, when you picture me later on, it's just me running through a field with a red balloon. Okay, so what I was doing is just marrying the 2 lengths, like I said. I'm probably going to run over time, 5 minutes. Great, can I do 10?
15.
8? Who's up after me?
No one, but
Exactly.
you need to leave right at 5:15.
you got 10. All
Woohoo!
right.
Yay!
I have a question.
Yeah.
With the guards off, it's considered a 0, and then when you open the blade, is that half? Or
No, it's open.
So then the half guard is a half.
Yeah, half guard is a little bit longer. Okay, so what I was doing is that clip over comb, like I said, just setting it slightly against the head. So pay attention to what's happening with your left hand, because that's the one that's going to mess up your haircut, not this one, okay? So what I do is I'll angle the comb against the head. It's the shortest. So the shortest length here, and then I'll pull out to marry the two lengths, okay? That's all we're doing is just marrying two lengths.
How often do you maintenance your clippers? Like, do you clean them after every person?
I clean them all the time. I actually have this weird OCD habitual thing that I do with I'm constantly lubing my clippers all day, every day, you know? Because it's a 5-in-1, so it also takes care of the heat of the blade. You know, it cleans it, it lubes it, you know, massages it, you know, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever actually get your blade sharpened?
No, I just get new ones. It's really bad, but I could, but it's just a time thing. Like, if you have the time to send them away and then wait for them to, you know, return, then it's like, meh, cool. But what I've been doing is I've been getting the ceramic versions of the blades that they've recently put out. So like for my Oster clippers, I have a blade with a white ceramic small tooth on the bottom. That is sharper actually, and when you replace it, it's a lot cheaper. And all you need to do is just replace the bottom blade, unless you chip something, then that's different. And my scissors, so with my shears, it's, you know, when you do buy Hanzo's, it comes with a person, actually, you know, so whatever your rep is, whoever your rep is, like if they're dull, they'll just take them for you and then give you a replacement for the time being, which is awesome.
It's the best.
Yeah, it is the best. My rep D, I'm like, help me, they're dull, or I drop them. All right, zoom zoom.
I have a question.
Yes.
At hairstyles, I only do barbering,
Yep.
but sometimes I do get men's, and every time that whenever I'm done fading and I use the same clipper to kind of edge them up and clean them, it heats up on me. Would the lube help?
Absolutely, yeah,
That's
for sure.
pretty much the solution.
Yeah, that's what it is. So just go spray on both ends, and then spray the face of the blade. Yeah, so it's immediate too. If it gets hot, you know, just spray it down and it immediately cools it. Amazeballs. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of length off here. Oh, I'm going to use these sexy bad boys. What are these called again?
HHP.
HHP. What's up, dude?
How are you?
How are you guys? My dudes.
It stands for powder. It's the only powdered shear here in the market. And what that means, it's very boring and electrical. But it basically means that it'll last longer between sharpenings than any other shear on the market, even our other high carbon shears. We've had a demo for a prototype for 1.5 years, and it hasn't even started to dull yet.
Sick.
It's our brand new shear. This is a shear
Right
that
here.
we released at the show. We made 15 of them. There's 45 in existence, the 5.5, 6, and 6.5. We probably have, I don't know, actually just asked for like an update on the count. We have a few left of each. We might be out of the 6 inches.
These are sick. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I got my base length in front. This is going to be my longest. This is going to be my shortest part of the haircut. But I've already kind of figured out this length back here. Well, when I did that drop fade and I married the two, I already have this parietal length back here, right? So what I'm doing is I have this front length, and I'm going to hold it in a mohawk parting, cut it 90 degrees, and just marry it into the back area. And so everything that I lift up after horizontally will be married together and will be a perfect blend. See? Up into the back area. Lovely. See how that lays? Nice already? Yeah. Okay, so I brush it all back. Any more questions for me? Somebody is dying to ask me a question. I can already feel it.
How are you holding your shears with your thumb?
What do you mean? Okay.
Just teach them on your fingers.
What is it? Does this bother you?
It's a little weird.
Yeah, if you guys want to come closer, huddle in. Okay, so what's confusing right now? I would love to.
The way you're holding him.
Oh. Okay, girl. I thought I was doing it wrong. I was like, oh. Okay. Yeah, so the way I'm cutting is it's blunt, but I'm just moving my thumbs. That's what it is. So I do what's called pressure cutting, okay? Instead of chomping down, I actually put pressure forward on the blade, so I can actually cut like this too. I don't even actually have to have a circle. So I think that's what you're getting at, right? So this is the way I do it. So it's just thumb. I spent my whole life chomping down, and now I have a massive Hulk hand. It's really weird, all right? But I can just slap somebody so hard, you guys, okay? Big ol' meat cloud. Right? Not sexy.
Wow.
Not sexy, but kind of cool, right? All right. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm marrying it all. Let me show you what I mean. So I have, this is my middle length, everything that right? Okay with the background music. All right. Let's not trip and die.
So the center mohawk part, you're using that as a guideline for both sides?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any family members?
No, I actually don't have any family members. I have 3 little sisters. Yeah, so my mom passed away this last year, and I adopted my little sisters. And we're kind of all we got, you know? But they're freaking cool. I got 2 in college right now. They're both at university. Smart little turds. And I think the 3rd one is going to be like something. She's like my little twin, you know? She's definitely an artist. But yeah, it's been interesting. That's where all my spirituality came from, honestly. Like when my mom passed, I started to feel a lot, you know? I used to think it was like, not silly, but like, you know, when people say, oh, like, you know, my mom's like, or dad is really helping me out and doing things, you know, I really felt that push. And, you know, so, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've been really blessed, but I have a lot of different reasons why I do what I do. And I do what I can to make it easier on myself in terms of, that's what the whole energy thing, you know, it's really important in your life to do so. I got you, baby. Got you. BT1s.
We are already sold out of those at the show, but what that means is we'll just get some, they're on back orders. As soon as we get them in a couple weeks, we'll have back to you. But the VT1, when things are sold out, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
That means everybody loves them.
Definitely.
What's that? Yeah. There's some right out here at the booth. As soon as you leave, I'm about to tell you a lot of stuff.
You want to tell them about the scissors while you're here?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Come on.
So you guys are going to I love sharing the stage with folks.
Share the stage with me.
Last time was Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, super fun.
What do you guys think about Pope, right?
Love it.
That's all right, right? You should keep her around? Yeah? All right, cool. So, is it, would it? I don't think she was talking about cutting classes. Would anybody like to have Pope come to their salon or barbershop? Yeah. Great. Let me see. Show of hands. Cool.
I love to be intimate.
What if you could get that and you didn't have to pay her flight, you didn't have to pay her day rate? Taking her out for a coffee might be nice, but you don't have to pay for anything. I mean, that sounds even better, right?
Yeah.
So, all we want you to do to make that happen is to try a shear. That's it. And what I mean by try a shear, you get at a discount in this class that you can't get at the booth, okay? So all you do is put down a deposit of whatever you like. If you can take off, if you can pay the entire thing off, you'll get 20% off instead of 10. For being in this class, you get 10% off. That's not something where you can walk down to the booth and say, hey, I was in the class, let me look at some scissors. No, no, no. We've got papers, a form you have to fill out right outside these doors. You're literally not going to be able to miss it. Just move the table directly in front of the door. You guys, because we don't advertise that. If you come to a class, it's the only time we discount anything. We're like the Louis this year's. We don't need to. You buy a Louis because you want a Louis, right? You didn't wait for it to go on sale because it doesn't go on sale. We don't go on sale. We give you a reward for spending time with us. So whether it
They don't go on sale.
For nobody.
All right?
So 10% off, and you can leave with a shearer for as little as 10% deposit. You're going to have 15 days, cut as much hair as you want with it, and if you don't love it, you get every dime back. Any Hanzo users in here? Then you guys can attest. So look around. They can tell you exactly how we do it.
They do like cool payment plans too. That's actually when I first got mine. There's no way I was gonna drop mine.
Why would you?
No, but it was totally cool. It's super easy. No credit check, right?
No credit check, and there's no interest. We range. What do you guys think a high-end shear costs?